Imagine standing at the crossroads of history where each path taken has sculpted the world into what we see today. What if I told you that each moment, each decision, and each event we're about to unfold has played a pivotal role in crafting the very fabric of our existence? From the rise and fall of empires to the birth of revolutionary ideas, the energetic pulse of history continues to beat in our modern lives. As we embark on this journey through time, we'll unearth hidden mysteries and reveal the astonishing connections between past events and the present. Whether it is a groundbreaking invention that transformed our way of living or a profound movement that forever altered societal norms, these 50 events have intricately woven their influences into the tapestry of our world. This is not just a recounting of history, it is an exploration into the mysteries that have shaped our human experience. Join us as we unravel these significant moments and discover how they resonate through time, offering lessons and insights that are as relevant today as they were back then. Your journey through history's most important events begins now. The invention of the wheel marks one of the most groundbreaking advancements in human technology. Imagine a time before wheels when transporting goods or traveling long distances required immense effort and resources. The origins of the wheel trace back to ancient Mesopotamia around 3500 BC. This simple yet profound innovation revolutionized the way people moved and interacted with their environment. Initially used for pottery, the wheel found its most transformative application in transportation. By integrating wheels into carts and chariots, ancient civilizations like the Sumerians and Egyptians were able to carry heavier loads and travel faster over greater distances. This not only improved trade by connecting distant regions but also facilitated cultural exchanges, spreading ideas and technologies far and wide. Beyond transportation, the wheel's impact on technology is immeasurable. It laid the foundation for mechanical devices and machinery, ultimately leading to developments in agriculture, construction, and manufacturing. Think about it, without the wheel, the machinery that powers our world today might never have come into existence. The wheel's ongoing influence is undeniable, as it continues to underpin so much of the technology we rely on in the modern era. As we look back at this pivotal invention, we recognize it as a cornerstone of human progress, setting the stage for future innovations that continue to shape our lives. The birth of agriculture represents a monumental shift in human existence, marking the dawn of civilization. Picture a world where our ancestors roamed as nomads, constantly on the move in search of food. The introduction of agriculture changed everything, allowing humans to settle in one place and cultivate the land. This development began around 10,000 BC in the Fertile Crescent of the Middle East, where the abundance of wild grains encouraged the first attempts at farming. With agriculture, people could produce surplus food, leading to the establishment of permanent settlements. This newfound stability paved the way for population growth, the development of complex societies, and the eventual rise of cities. The ability to store food meant communities could thrive even in times of scarcity, fostering innovation and specialization. Farming also introduced a new relationship with the environment, as humans learned to manipulate land and resources to support their needs. This transition from a nomadic lifestyle to settled farming communities set the stage for many of the advancements we enjoy today, from technological innovations to social structures. As we delve deeper into history, we see how agriculture laid the foundation for the interconnected world we inhabit, influencing our culture, economy, and even the way we relate to nature. It is an enduring legacy that highlights how the simplest seeds of change can yield the greatest harvests of progress. The rise of ancient Egypt is a captivating chapter in human history, marked by remarkable achievements that continue to intrigue us today. Imagine a civilization that thrived in the vast deserts of Northeast Africa, creating a legacy that has endured for millennia. Ancient Egypt's architectural prowess is perhaps best exemplified by the iconic pyramids, towering structures that were not only engineering marvels but also symbols of the pharaoh's power and divine connection. These monumental creations required an intricate understanding of mathematics and resources, showcasing the Egyptians' advanced capabilities, but their ingenuity didn't stop at architecture. In governance, ancient Egypt established a highly organized society ruled by powerful pharaohs, considered both leaders and divine beings. This centralized authority allowed for efficient administration, the development of complex legal systems, and the ability to mobilize the nation's resources for grand projects. The civilization's cultural richness is evident in its art, religion, and writing. The Egyptians developed a unique system of hieroglyphs, a writing form that enabled them to record history, religious texts, and everyday transactions, preserving their knowledge through the ages. Their art, characterized by vibrant colors and symbolic imagery, depicted both the divine and the mundane, reflecting their deep spiritual beliefs and daily life. Moreover, the Egyptians' contributions to medicine and science were groundbreaking. They practiced advanced medical techniques and had a profound understanding of anatomy, as evidenced by their meticulous mummification process. This pursuit of knowledge and innovation laid the groundwork for future civilizations, influencing Greek, Roman, and even modern societies. As we delve into the rise of ancient Egypt, we uncover a civilization that was as intricate as it was influential, a beacon of human achievement that continues to illuminate our understanding of the past. The Code of Hammurabi stands as one of the earliest and most complete written legal codes, serving as a crucial foundation for societal order in ancient Mesopotamia. Promulgated by King Hammurabi of Babylon around 1754 B.C., this set of laws was inscribed on a stone stele for all to see, reflecting the king's commitment to justice and accountability. Imagine a society where the rules were laid bare for every citizen, creating a sense of transparency and order. Hammurabi's code covered a wide range of topics, from property rights and trade regulations to marriage and criminal justice, detailing specific penalties for various offenses. This pioneering legal framework was built on the principle of an eye for an eye, aiming to ensure equitable retribution and fairness. By establishing a standardized set of rules, it not only helped to unify the diverse cultures within the Babylonian Empire, but also provided a blueprint for future legal systems. The influence of the Code of Hammurabi extends beyond its time, offering insights into the values and social structures of ancient civilizations. It laid the groundwork for the development of complex legal traditions, resonating through history as a testament to the enduring human pursuit of justice and societal balance. As we reflect on this groundbreaking legal milestone, we appreciate how its legacy continues to shape modern legal concepts and societal norms, influencing how we define justice and governance today. The founding of Buddhism is a profound moment in history, marked by the transformative journey of Siddhartha Gautama, a prince who became the Buddha. Born in the 6th century B.C., in what is now modern-day Nepal, Siddhartha was sheltered from the harsh realities of the world. However, upon venturing beyond his palace, he encountered suffering in the form of sickness, old age, and death. These encounters ignited a deep spiritual quest within him, leading him to renounce his royal life in search of enlightenment. Siddhartha's path to spiritual awakening took him on a journey through ascetic practices and deep meditation, eventually leading to his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. It was here that he discovered the Four Noble Truths, a foundational concept in Buddhism that outlines the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. The first truth acknowledges the existence of suffering, the second identifies desire as the cause, the third offers the cessation of suffering as a possibility, and the fourth outlines the Eightfold Path as the means to achieve this liberation. The Eightfold Path includes right understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, forming a guide for ethical and mental development. Buddhism's emphasis on compassion, mindfulness, and the pursuit of inner peace has resonated with millions around the globe, forming a major world religion that has profoundly influenced diverse cultures and societies. It teaches that enlightenment is attainable by anyone willing to follow the path of wisdom and compassion. As we delve into the life and teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, we uncover timeless lessons in human resilience and the pursuit of deeper understanding, offering us valuable insights into achieving harmony within ourselves and the world around us. The Greco-Persian Wars were a series of conflicts that significantly shaped ancient Greek society and laid the groundwork for the rise of classical Greece. Imagine a time of great tension and uncertainty where the Greek city-states, although individually powerful, faced the immense might of the Persian Empire. Beginning in 500 BC, these wars were sparked by a rebellion of the Greek cities in Ionia against Persian rule, igniting a series of battles that would test the resilience and unity of the Greeks. At the heart of these conflicts lay the struggle for autonomy and identity. The Greeks, though diverse in their cultures and politics, united under a common cause to defend their land and way of life. Key battles such as Marathon and Thermopylae became legendary, not only for their military tactics but also for their symbolic triumphs over a vastly larger enemy. These victories bolstered Greek confidence and fostered a sense of shared identity and purpose among the city-states. The Greeks' success in the wars also marked the dawn of the classical era, a period characterized by unprecedented advancements in art, philosophy, and political thought. The democratic ideals and cultural achievements that flourished in Athens during this time were directly influenced by the newfound pride and independence gained from the Persian Wars. Moreover, these conflicts set the stage for the rise of Athens as a dominant power, leading to the establishment of the Delian League and the eventual Golden Age of Athens. The impact of the Greco-Persian Wars on Greek society was profound, as they not only preserved Greek independence but also inspired a remarkable cultural renaissance that has left a lasting legacy on Western civilization. As we explore these pivotal events, we see how they shaped a new era of artistic and intellectual brilliance, influencing countless generations and echoing through history as a testament to the enduring spirit of unity and resilience. The birth of democracy in Athens represents a turning point that redefined how societies govern themselves, shaping our understanding of political systems today. Imagine a bustling city-state in ancient Greece around 500 BC, where a revolutionary idea began to take root, transforming governance from the hands of a few elite individuals to the collective will of its citizens. This groundbreaking shift was championed by leaders like Cleisthenes, who is often credited as the father of Athenian democracy. His reforms dismantled the power of aristocratic families and established a new political system where free male citizens could participate in decision-making. The Athenian model of democracy offered an inclusive approach that empowered ordinary people to engage in public life through institutions such as the Assembly and the Council of 500. The Assembly allowed citizens to gather and vote directly on laws and policies, while the Council, chosen by lot, managed daily affairs and proposed legislation. This hands-on participation ensured that governance reflected the diverse voices and needs of its people. The principles of equality before the law, civic responsibility, and majority rule laid the foundation for democratic ideals still cherished in modern societies. The Athenian democracy was not without its flaws, as women, slaves, and non-citizens were excluded from the political process. Nevertheless, its inception marked a radical departure from previous hierarchical systems, inspiring future generations to strive for governance that prioritizes equity and freedom. As we explore the birth of democracy in Athens, we recognize its profound impact on shaping modern political thought, where the value of each individual's voice is acknowledged and celebrated in the pursuit of a just and balanced society. This ancient experiment in collective governance continues to resonate, reminding us that the power of democracy lies in its ability to adapt and evolve, reflecting the aspirations of its people even centuries later. The reign of Alexander the Great stands as one of history's most impressive military and cultural achievements, characterized by a series of strategic conquests that reshaped the ancient world. Imagine a leader who by the age of just 20 managed to forge an empire stretching from Greece to Egypt and into the heart of Asia, an unparalleled feat that would leave a lasting impact for generations. Born in 356 B.C., in Macedonia, Alexander was groomed for greatness, inheriting a powerful kingdom from his father, King Philip II. Fueled by ambition and tutored by the philosopher Aristotle, Alexander embarked on a breathtaking campaign that saw him defeat the mighty Persian Empire, among others. His military genius was matched only by his vision for a unified world. As victorious as he was in battle, Alexander's true legacy lies in his ability to blend diverse cultures under his rule, fostering unprecedented levels of cultural exchange and integration. This led to the thriving of Hellenistic culture, where Greek ideas, language, and art interacted with elements from Central Asia, Egypt, and India, creating a vibrant cultural mosaic. Cities founded by Alexander, many bearing his name, became epicenters of learning and innovation, exemplifying this cultural fusion. Among these cities, Alexandria in Egypt stood as a beacon of knowledge, housing the famous Library of Alexandria and attracting scholars from across the known world. This blending of cultures not only enriched the regions of his empire, but also set the stage for future civilizations to draw upon these diverse influences. Through the establishment of trade routes and the spreading of ideas, Alexander's reign fundamentally altered the fabric of societies, offering a glimpse into the interconnectedness of the ancient world. As we reflect on the reign of Alexander the Great, we recognize his pivotal role in spreading Hellenistic culture, whose influences continue to echo in art, science, and philosophy even today, underscoring the profound impact of cultural exchange in shaping the human experience. The construction of the Great Wall of China stands as one of history's most ambitious architectural endeavors, a testament to human determination and ingenuity. Imagine a sprawling fortification snaking through rugged terrains and across vast landscapes, built with the singular purpose of shielding Chinese states from relentless invasions. This monumental project began as early as the 7th century B.C., though most of what we see today was constructed during the Ming Dynasty, starting in the 14th century. The Great Wall served as a formidable barrier against nomadic groups from the north, primarily the Mongols, who posed a significant threat to China's sovereignty. This undertaking required the labor of hundreds of thousands of workers, including soldiers, peasants, and prisoners, who toiled under harsh conditions to create what would become a symbol of China's strength and resilience. The wall, stretching over 13,000 miles, exemplified the strategic importance of defense in maintaining the stability and prosperity of dynasties. However, its significance extended beyond mere physical protection. The Great Wall also facilitated trade and cultural exchanges through strategic gateways that allowed for controlled interaction between China and the rest of the world. Moreover, it embodied the Chinese philosophy of fortifying one's defense to uphold internal peace, a principle that resonated with the ruling dynasties throughout history. The sheer scale and endurance of the Great Wall have made it an enduring symbol of China's historical legacy, reminding us of the lengths to which civilizations go to protect their cultural identity and heritage. As we contemplate its construction, we gain insight into the historical context that fueled such an extraordinary achievement and how it continues to shape the cultural and national consciousness of China today. The birth of Jesus Christ is a pivotal event that has left an indelible mark on the course of history, with profound historical and religious significance. Imagine a time over 2,000 years ago in the humble town of Bethlehem, where, according to Christian tradition, Jesus was born to Mary and Joseph. This moment is celebrated worldwide, marking the beginning of a faith that would eventually spread across continents and touch millions of lives. The story of Jesus' birth, encapsulated in the nativity accounts of the New Testament, resonates as a symbol of hope, peace, and salvation. Born under modest circumstances, Jesus' life and teachings would go on to challenge the social and religious norms of the time, offering messages of love, compassion, and forgiveness. The impact of Christianity on Western civilization is immeasurable, influencing art, culture, law, and philosophy for centuries. The early spread of Christian communities throughout the Roman Empire laid the groundwork for the Church's significant role in shaping medieval Europe's societal structures and values. Christianity's emphasis on moral principles and ethical living contributed to the development of legal systems and humanitarian efforts, promoting ideals of charity and the sanctity of life. Furthermore, the Church's patronage of arts and education fostered the preservation and advancement of knowledge, greatly influencing Western thought and creativity throughout the Renaissance and beyond. As we delve into the historical implications of Jesus Christ's birth, we recognize its transformative role in uniting diverse populations under a shared faith and moral vision, leaving a legacy that continues to inspire and guide individuals and communities worldwide. The birth of Jesus, an event seemingly small in its occurrence, resonates profoundly across time, reflecting the power of spiritual and cultural movements to shape the human story. The fall of the Roman Empire marks one of the most defining transitions in history, signaling the end of ancient Rome's dominance and paving the way for the medieval period. Imagine a vast empire that once spanned 3 continents, renowned for its military prowess, architectural innovations, and complex governance. Yet beneath this grandeur lay the seeds of its decline, a story of internal strife and external pressures that would culminate in its eventual downfall. Several factors contributed to this monumental event, including economic instability, weakened military strength, and political corruption. Economic troubles arose from overspending on wars and lavish lifestyles of the elite, leading to a devalued currency and heavy taxation that burdened the populace. Meanwhile, the Roman legions, once invincible, struggled with recruitment and discipline issues, leaving them vulnerable to invasions by Germanic tribes like the Visigoths and the Vandals. Political corruption further eroded the fabric of Roman society as power struggles and assassinations became common, leading to a fragmented and inefficient leadership. The split of the Roman Empire into Western and Eastern sections in the late 3rd century also diluted its strength, with the Western Roman Empire bearing the brunt of external attacks. As Rome fell to the Visigoths in 410 AD, and later to the Vandals, the once mighty empire crumbled into a series of smaller kingdoms. This decline had profound implications for medieval Europe, leading to the development of feudal systems and a shift in power dynamics away from centralized imperial rule to localized governance. The fall of the Roman Empire also paved the way for the rise of the Byzantine Empire in the East, which preserved many Roman traditions and continued to influence the regions around the Mediterranean. As we analyze the fall of Rome, we uncover lessons in leadership, resilience, and adaptation, highlighting the complexities of maintaining a vast empire amidst changing circumstances. This transition period set the stage for the medieval era, a time marked by both challenges and growth, as the remnants of Roman culture intertwined with emerging European societies, shaping the continent's future. The rise of Islam marks a significant moment in history, driven by the inspiring life and teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Imagine the vast deserts of the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century, where Muhammad, born in 570 AD in Mecca, began his spiritual journey, As a merchant known for his integrity, Muhammad often retreated to the solitude of the caves surrounding Mecca, seeking peace and reflection. It was during one of these meditative retreats that he received the first revelation from the angel Gabriel, marking the beginning of Islam. Muhammad's message was one of monotheism, social justice, and compassion, resonating with many in a society divided by tribal conflicts and inequality. Despite facing initial resistance and persecution, Muhammad's steadfast dedication and charisma attracted a growing number of followers, and Islam began to take root. His move to Medina in 622 AD, known as the Hijra, marked a turning point as he established a community governed by Islamic principles, fostering unity and cooperation among diverse tribes. Within a decade, Muhammad's leadership and diplomatic skills transformed his followers into a powerful force, and by the time of his passing in 632 AD, much of the Arabian Peninsula embraced Islam. The faith's rapid expansion beyond the Arabian Peninsula was propelled by both military conquests and the appeal of its spiritual and social teachings. This growth saw the establishment of an Islamic caliphate, stretching from the Iberian Peninsula in the west to the Indus Valley in the east, facilitating vast cultural exchanges and advancements across regions. The spread of Islam brought about a renaissance in science, medicine, philosophy, and the arts, influencing both Muslim and non-Muslim societies alike. As we delve into the rise of Islam, we uncover how the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad fostered a vibrant civilization that laid the foundations for a rich cultural legacy, resonating through history with lessons of faith, unity, and innovation that continue to inspire people across the globe today. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 stands as a monumental event in the pursuit of liberty and justice, serving as a cornerstone for modern constitutional governance. Imagine a time in medieval England where the monarchy wielded absolute power, often imposing heavy taxes and making arbitrary decisions that stirred widespread discontent among the nobility. In this climate of unrest, King John faced increasing pressure from rebellious barons who demanded a more equitable distribution of power. The Magna Carta, or Great Charter, was the result of this confrontation, a historic agreement that sought to limit the king's authority and protect the rights of his subjects. One of its most revolutionary principles was the introduction of the rule of law, asserting that even the monarch was not above it, a concept that would echo through the ages as a fundamental tenet of constitutional governance. By establishing that no one, including the king, could act arbitrarily, the Magna Carta laid the groundwork for accountability and fairness in leadership. Moreover, it provided for the protection of certain rights, such as the right to a fair trial and protection from unlawful imprisonment, further cementing the idea of individual liberties. While the Magna Carta initially served the interests of the barons, its enduring legacy extends far beyond medieval England. It inspired future generations to advocate for democratic institutions and the separation of powers, influencing constitutional documents such as the United States Constitution and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. As we explore the signing of the Magna Carta, we recognize its pivotal role in shaping the foundational concepts of modern democracy and justice, serving as a timeless reminder of the importance of checks and balances and the continuous quest for a just and equitable society. This historic charter, though rooted in its time, continues to resonate with its profound impact on the evolution of governance worldwide. The Black Death represents one of the most catastrophic pandemics in human history, with profound implications for European society. Imagine a time in the mid-14th century when a mysterious and deadly illness swept across Europe, leaving devastation in its wake. This pandemic, known as the Black Death, is estimated to have wiped out nearly one-third of the continent's population, a staggering loss that reshaped every aspect of life. As the plague spread rapidly through towns and villages, it created a climate of fear and uncertainty. the social fabric of communities was torn apart as people sought to escape the contagion, often abandoning the sick and dying. The overwhelming number of deaths led to labor shortages, disrupting agriculture and industry, which in turn triggered economic upheaval. With fewer workers available, laborers found themselves in higher demand, leading to wage increases and shifts in the traditional feudal systems. The necessity for workers empowered the lower classes, contributing to the gradual erosion of feudalism and paving the way for economic modernization. The Black Death also instigated significant changes in attitudes towards life and death, fostering a sense of existential reflection and prompting transformations in cultural and religious practices. Art and literature from this period often depicted themes of mortality and despair, reflecting the collective trauma experienced by society. Moreover, the pandemic led to advancements in public health and hygiene practices as communities sought ways to prevent future outbreaks. As we examine the impact of the Black Death, we uncover how this devastating event not only altered the demographic landscape of Europe, but also catalyzed social and economic transformations that continue to influence modern society. The lessons learned from this period highlight the enduring human capacity to adapt and rebuild in the face of overwhelming adversity. The Renaissance, a remarkable era of rebirth and intellectual awakening, emerged in Italy during the 14th century, marking an extraordinary period of cultural and scientific transformation. Imagine a world transitioning from the shadows of the Middle Ages into a vibrant age of rediscovery, where the light of ancient knowledge once lost illuminated new horizons of thought. This profound movement began in the thriving city-states of Italy, such as Florence and Venice, where a renewed interest in the classical works of Greece and Rome sparked a revolution in art, science, and humanism. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo spearheaded this artistic revival, pushing the boundaries of creativity and realism in their masterpieces. Their works not only celebrated the beauty of the human form, but also explored the complexities of human emotion, laying the foundation for modern art as we know it. In science, figures such as Galileo Galilei and Nicolaus Copernicus challenged conventional beliefs, paving the way for groundbreaking discoveries that would reshape our understanding of the universe. The spirit of inquiry and questioning spurred advancements in various fields, from anatomy to astronomy, and led to the scientific revolution. Humanism, a central philosophy of the Renaissance, emphasized the potential and dignity of individuals, encouraging a new focus on education, critical thinking, and the pursuit of personal excellence. This shift in perspective inspired a renaissance in literature, philosophy, and political thought, fostering an environment where ideas could be freely exchanged and explored. The Renaissance's influence extended beyond Italy, gradually transforming Europe and laying the groundwork for the modern world. Its legacy endures as a testament to the enduring power of creativity, curiosity, and the relentless human spirit to push beyond the known. As we delve into the birth of the Renaissance, we discover how this remarkable period ignited a flame of innovation and exploration that continues to illuminate and inspire our journey through knowledge and self-discovery today. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 marks a pivotal moment in history, signifying the end of the Byzantine Empire and a profound shift in the balance of power. Imagine an impregnable city, its walls towering and its history rich with tales of defiance and endurance. Yet, even the might of Constantinople could not withstand the rising power of the Ottoman Empire, led by Sultan Mehmed II. The reasons for this monumental event are many, intertwining political, economic, and technological factors that culminated in a siege unlike any other. The Byzantine Empire, once the beacon of Christianity and a cultural hub, had been weakened by centuries of internal strife, economic decline, and territorial losses. Its resources were depleted, and its armies were but a shadow of their former strength. Meanwhile, the Ottomans, with their burgeoning empire, were unified and driven by ambition and innovation. One of the critical elements of their success was the advancement in military technology, particularly the use of gunpowder artillery, which allowed the Ottomans to breach the formidable walls that had protected Constantinople for centuries. The use of massive cannons shattered the city's defenses, proving that even the greatest fortifications could fall to the tides of change. The loss of Constantinople to the Ottomans not only marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, but also heralded the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a dominant force in the region. It symbolized a shift from the medieval world to the early modern era, igniting the spread of the Renaissance as Greek scholars fled to Western Europe, carrying with them invaluable knowledge and manuscripts. As we analyze the fall of Constantinople, we see its lasting impact on the course of history, shaping the political landscapes of Europe and the Middle East, and paving the way for future endeavors in exploration and cultural exchange. The echoes of this pivotal event continue to resonate, reminding us of the complex interplay of power, technology, and human ambition that shape our world. The Age of Exploration unfolds as a period of daring voyages and monumental discoveries that forever changed the course of history. Imagine a time when the vast oceans were mysterious frontiers, holding the promise of new lands and untold possibilities. This era, spanning the 15th to the 17th centuries, witnessed remarkable explorers like Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan, who dared to venture into the unknown. Their expeditions weren't merely quests for fame. They were driven by the desire for knowledge, wealth, and new trade routes. Columbus's journey in 1492 led to the unexpected discovery of the Americas, bridging two worlds that had been isolated from one another. This monumental event opened a new chapter in human history, introducing the exchange of cultures, goods, and ideas in what became known as the Columbian Exchange. The linking of continents reshaped diets, economies, and populations across the globe. Meanwhile, Vasco da Gama's pioneering journey around the Cape of Good Hope in 1497 established a sea route to India, bypassing the arduous overland journeys and transforming the landscape of global trade. This new route enabled European powers to engage directly in the lucrative spice trade, altering economic dynamics and fostering new alliances. Magellan's expedition, though he did not survive it, achieved the first circumnavigation of the Earth, proving the vastness and connectivity of our planet. These daring voyages fueled a spirit of curiosity and fostered advancements in navigation and shipbuilding, spurring further exploration and colonization efforts by major European powers. However, this age was not without its complexities and consequences. The encounter between European explorers and indigenous populations led to cultural exchanges and, tragically, exploitation and colonization. As we delve into the Age of Exploration, we uncover a transformative period that expanded human horizons, leaving a legacy of interconnectedness and innovation, but also posing questions about the impact of exploration on native societies and the ethical dimensions of cultural encounters. This era stands as a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit of discovery and the enduring quest to understand the world beyond familiar shores. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century stands as a revolutionary breakthrough in the dissemination of information and the advancement of literacy. Imagine a world where each book, painstakingly crafted by hand, was a rare and precious item, accessible only to a privileged few. Gutenberg's invention changed this forever, democratizing knowledge in a way that was previously unimaginable. His innovative use of movable type and a mechanized printing process enabled the mass production of texts, making books more affordable and widely available. This profound shift meant that for the first time, information could be replicated and shared on a large scale, reaching audiences far beyond the confines of monasteries and scholarly circles. The most famous product of Gutenberg's press was the Gutenberg Bible, originally printed in the 1950s, which exemplified the high quality and efficiency of movable type printing. The impact of Gutenberg's printing press extended beyond mere production. It fueled the spread of ideas during the Renaissance and Reformation, enabling thinkers and reformers to challenge existing norms and exchange revolutionary thoughts across regions. As more people gained access to printed materials, literacy rates began to rise, empowering individuals to engage with new ideas and contributing to a more informed society. Additionally, the printing press played a crucial role in standardizing languages as texts became more uniform in spelling and grammar. This era of increased knowledge accessibility laid the groundwork for major societal shifts as education became more attainable and the power of information began to shape public opinion and cultural development. As we explore the invention of the printing press, we recognize its enduring legacy in shaping the modern world, highlighting the transformative power of technology in making knowledge and learning a shared experience that continues to resonate with us today. The Protestant Reformation emerges as a defining moment in history, igniting a religious revolution that transformed Europe. Imagine a world in the early 16th century where the Catholic Church held immense power over spiritual and political matters. It was a time when concerns about corruption and indulgences, which were payments made in exchange for the forgiveness of sins, were widespread. Into this landscape stepped Martin Luther, a German monk and theologian who, in 1517, penned his 95 Theses. Luther's document passionately critiqued the Church's practices, challenging its authority and sparking widespread debate. The Theses were swiftly printed and disseminated, thanks to the recent invention of the printing press, and they found receptive audiences across Europe. At the heart of Luther's argument was the belief that salvation could not be bought or earned through good deeds but was a gift of faith from God, accessible to all who believed. This radical notion undermined the Church's role as the sole mediator between God and humanity, and it resonated deeply with those who felt disenfranchised by the Church's opulence and perceived moral decay. The publication of the 95 Theses set off a chain reaction, leading to the formation of Protestant churches and the eventual fragmentation of Christendom. It incited a religious upheaval that saw the rise of diverse Protestant movements, each interpreting Christianity in new and varied ways. The Reformation not only reshaped religious institutions but also had profound social and political ramifications. It facilitated the rise of national churches, diminishing the Pope's influence over European monarchs, and set the stage for conflicts like the 30 Years' War. The questioning spirit of the Reformation also encouraged a broader pursuit of personal conscience and individual interpretation, fueling advancements in literacy and education as people sought to read the Bible for themselves. As we explore the Protestant Reformation, we see its enduring impact on the religious landscape, highlighting the power of ideas to challenge and change entrenched systems. This movement underscores the importance of questioning authority and seeking truth, principles that continue to inspire reform and renewal across the world today. The scientific revolution represents a defining era where the foundation of modern science was laid, challenging centuries of tradition and igniting a wave of discovery that transformed our understanding of the natural world. Imagine a time in the 16th and 17th centuries when thinkers began to apply rigorous observation and experimentation to uncover the mysteries of the universe. It marked a departure from relying on ancient texts and authorities, embracing a new method where evidence and reason took precedence. Key figures like Nicolaus Copernicus, who proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system, shifted humanity's view of our place in the cosmos, challenging the long-held geocentric beliefs supported by the Church. Galileo Galilei's use of the telescope revealed celestial wonders unseen before, providing evidence that further supported the Copernican view and brought him into conflict with traditional thought. Isaac Newton's laws of motion and universal gravitation unified the heavens and earth under the same set of natural laws, exemplifying the power of mathematics in explaining the physical world. This era also saw advances in biology, with figures like Andreas Vesalius and William Harvey making groundbreaking contributions to anatomy and the understanding of human physiology, laying the groundwork for modern medicine. The development of the scientific method itself, championed by Francis Bacon and René Descartes, encouraged a systematic and empirical approach to inquiry, emphasizing observation, experimentation, and the formulation of hypotheses. This new way of thinking spurred innovation across various fields, leading to technological advancements and fostering a spirit of intellectual curiosity and skepticism that has continued to drive scientific progress to this day. As we delve into the scientific revolution, we appreciate its monumental impact in shaping a world where the pursuit of knowledge and the power of reason have become guiding principles, paving the way for the Enlightenment and setting the stage for the modern technological era that continues to unfold. The English Civil War unfolds as a turbulent chapter in history that reshaped the landscape of England and laid the groundwork for modern constitutional monarchy. Imagine a nation divided by political and religious tensions in the 17th century. At the heart of this conflict was the struggle between King Charles I and Parliament over the scope of royal authority. The causes were multifaceted, stemming from disputes over fiscal policies and religious differences. Charles's belief in the divine right of kings led to contentious relationships with Parliament, especially when he sought to impose taxes without their consent and pursued religious reforms that many viewed as too Catholic for the Protestant nation. Tensions reached a boiling point when Charles attempted to arrest members of Parliament in 1642, igniting a series of battles between the royalists who supported the king and the parliamentarians who sought greater political freedoms and religious reforms. Key figures emerged during this period, such as Oliver Cromwell, leader of the parliamentarian forces known as the New Model Army. His military prowess and leadership were instrumental in securing victories against the king's army, culminating in the capture and execution of Charles I in 1649. This radical action marked the first instance of a reigning monarch being tried and executed by his own subjects, sending shockwaves through Europe. In the aftermath, England briefly became a republic under Cromwell's rule, known as the Commonwealth of England. However, dissatisfaction with this period of strict governance led to the restoration of the monarchy in 1660, with Charles II ascending the throne. Yet, the legacy of the Civil War endured, as it prompted a re-evaluation of the balance of power between the monarchy and Parliament. This evolving dynamic ultimately culminated in the Glorious Revolution of 1688, which established the constitutional monarchy that endures to this day, ensuring that the monarchy operates within the bounds of law and parliamentary authority. As we explore the English Civil War, we uncover a pivotal era that transformed governance, setting a precedent for future democratic developments and highlighting the enduring struggle for power and representation in shaping the course of history. The American Revolution marks a defining chapter in history where the American colonies embarked on a courageous fight for independence against British rule. Imagine a time in the late 18th century where 13 colonies thrived along the eastern coast of North America, yet simmered with discontent under British policies perceived as oppressive. This period of tension reached a boiling point with the implementation of taxes like the Stamp Act and the Tea Act, which fueled the rallying cry of no taxation without representation. Colonists believed they should have a say in laws affecting their lives, echoing a yearning for liberty and self-governance. This desire eventually sparked a series of revolutionary events, including the iconic Boston Tea Party in 1773, where protesters defiantly tossed tea into Boston Harbor as a symbol of resistance. The subsequent intolerable acts imposed by Britain only further solidified colonial opposition and unity. In 1775, the first shots of the revolution rang out at Lexington and Concord, igniting a full-scale war for independence. Leading figures like George Washington emerged, guiding the Continental Army through hard-fought battles against the well-equipped British forces. The signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776, by the Continental Congress proclaimed the colony's determination to break free and established the philosophical foundation of a new nation, stating that all men are created equal with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Despite facing numerous challenges, including a lack of resources and internal divisions, the American colonies demonstrated remarkable resilience and perseverance. With the aid of alliances, notably with France, and strategic victories such as the Battle of Saratoga, the tide began to turn. The eventual surrender of British General Cornwallis at Yorktown in 1781 marked the culmination of the colonist struggle and the dawn of a new era. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 officially recognized the sovereignty of the United States, signifying the creation of a new democratic nation grounded in the ideals of freedom and self-determination. As we reflect on the American Revolution, we uncover the profound impact it had in shaping modern political thought and inspiring future movements for independence and democracy across the globe, reminding us of the enduring power of a united people striving for a just and equitable society. The French Revolution stands as a monumental period of upheaval and transformation that reshaped French society and reverberated around the world. Imagine a society in the late 18th century teetering on the brink of change, where widespread discontent simmered amidst a backdrop of financial crisis, social inequality, and Enlightenment thought. The rigid class structure of the ancient regime, with its privileged nobility, powerful clergy, and burdened third estate, sparked a yearning for equality and reform. This tension reached a boiling point in 1789 with the convening of the Estates General, a meeting aimed at addressing the kingdom's dire fiscal situation. However, the Third Estate, representing the common people, seized the opportunity to assert their power, forming the National Assembly and declaring their intention to draft a new constitution. This assertion of popular sovereignty marked a profound shift in political power and set the stage for revolutionary fervor. The storming of the Bastille on July 14th became a symbol of popular uprising and a catalyst for change, as revolutionary ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity began to permeate every corner of society. As the revolution progressed, the monarchy's authority crumbled, culminating in the execution of King Louis XVI and the subsequent rise of radical factions vying for control. Amidst the chaos emerged figures like Maximilien Robespierre and the Committee of Public Safety, who sought to protect the revolution through the Reign of Terror, a period marked by political purges and widespread fear. Yet, as the revolution devoured its own leaders, it set the stage for the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, a military genius who capitalized on the power vacuum to establish himself as Emperor of the French. Napoleon's ascent marked a new chapter as his ambitious reforms and military campaigns extended France's influence across Europe, intertwining the legacy of the revolution with the Napoleonic era. As we delve into the French Revolution, we uncover a transformative period that not only altered the course of French history, but also inspired revolutionary movements worldwide, leaving an enduring legacy of democratic principles and social change that continue to shape our world today. The Industrial Revolution represents a dramatic transformation in the history of human civilization, marking a shift from agrarian economies to industrialized societies. Picture a world in the 18th and 19th centuries where technological innovations began to reshape every aspect of daily life, powering the engines of progress and fundamentally altering the landscape of industries and urban centers. At the heart of this revolution lay groundbreaking advancements such as the steam engine, which powered factories, locomotives, and ships, fueling the rapid expansion of transportation networks. Imagine the textile mills of England, where new mechanized looms and spinning machines revolutionized the production process, increasing output and efficiency while creating a new labor workforce. This surge in manufacturing led to the rise of bustling industrial cities, drawing people from rural areas in search of employment opportunities. These urban centers, despite their promise of prosperity, often faced challenges such as overcrowding, pollution, and harsh working conditions, prompting debates on labor rights and social reforms. The Industrial Revolution also unleashed a wave of innovation in other fields, from the harnessing of electricity to advancements in communication, such as the telegraph, which connected people across great distances with unprecedented speed. This period of technological and social change laid the groundwork for modern economies and societies, setting the stage for continued advancements in science and technology. As we delve into the impact of the Industrial Revolution, we uncover a period of profound transformation that not only reshaped industries but also redefined human possibilities, reminding us of the enduring interplay between innovation and society in shaping our collective future. The abolition of slavery represents a profound moral and humanitarian triumph, marking the end of an inhumane practice that had persisted for centuries. Imagine a world where countless individuals were bound by the cruel chains of slavery, subjected to harsh conditions and stripped of personal freedom. The journey toward abolition was one of courage and resilience, driven by movements and figures who dared to challenge the status quo. Key figures such as William Wilberforce in Britain devoted their lives to the cause, tirelessly advocating for change in Parliament. His efforts, alongside fellow abolitionists and activists, culminated in the Slavery Abolition Act of 1833, which marked the beginning of the end for slavery in the British Empire. Across the Atlantic, the United States witnessed powerful movements, including the Underground Railroad, a network of secret routes and safe houses used by enslaved African Americans to escape to free states. Figures like Harriet Tubman emerged as fearless leaders, risking their lives to guide others to freedom. In the northern states, abolitionist voices grew louder with individuals like Frederick Douglass, an escaped slave himself, who eloquently condemned the institution and rallied for its eradication. The American Civil War and the issuance of the Emancipation Proclamation by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863 were crucial steps toward the nationwide abolition of slavery, culminating in the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery throughout the United States in 1865. Other parts of the world followed suit as nations like Brazil and Cuba gradually enacted laws to abolish slavery in the late 19th century. The collective efforts of those who fought against slavery left an enduring legacy of courage and justice, reminding us of the power of determination and empathy in the quest for equality. As we reflect on the abolition of slavery, we recognize it as not only a critical turning point in history, but also a testament to the enduring human spirit to overcome adversity and seek a more just and equitable society for all. The unification of Germany stands as a defining moment in European history, marking the emergence of a powerful nation-state at the center of Europe. Imagine a patchwork of independent German-speaking states in the early 19th century, each with its own rulers and interests, yet bound by a shared cultural heritage and language. The path to unification was paved with strategic political maneuvers and pivotal wars, orchestrated by one of history's most astute statesmen, Otto von Bismarck. As Prussia's chancellor, Bismarck understood the importance of forging alliances and wielding diplomatic influence to achieve his vision of a unified Germany under Prussian leadership. Through a masterful blend of realpolitik and calculated conflicts, Bismarck successfully navigated the complex landscape of European politics. The first step in this process was the Danish War of 1864, where Prussia allied with Austria to seize two duchies, Schleswig and Holstein, from Denmark, laying the groundwork for future territorial consolidation. The subsequent Austro-Prussian War of 1866 further solidified Prussia's influence as Bismarck skillfully isolated Austria, securing a swift victory that led to the dissolution of the German Confederation and the establishment of the North German Confederation, dominated by Prussia. However, the crowning achievement was the Franco-Prussian War of 1870–71, where Bismarck's diplomatic provocations led to a conflict with France. Prussia's decisive victory in this war galvanized the remaining independent southern German states to align with the North, culminating in the proclamation of the German Empire in the Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles in 1871, with King Wilhelm I of Prussia crowned as the German Emperor. The unification of Germany had profound implications for the balance of power in Europe, as this newly unified nation swiftly ascended as a major economic and military force. As we reflect on the unification of Germany, we uncover a remarkable tale of ambition, diplomacy, and warfare, where strategic brilliance and nationalistic aspirations converged to reshape the European continent and influence the course of history. The invention of the telephone by Alexander Graham Bell heralds a groundbreaking shift in global communication, transforming the way we connect across distances. Imagine a world in the late 19th century where communication was limited to written correspondence and telegraph messages, both constrained by time and technology. Bell's invention in 1876 opened the door to real-time voice communication, bridging gaps once thought impossible to traverse. Born out of Bell's lifelong passion for sound and speech, the telephone emerged from his experiments to improve telecommunication devices for the deaf. Through his innovative use of electrical signals to carry vocal sounds, Bell succeeded in transmitting the human voice over wires, a revolutionary leap forward. The first successful call, where Bell famously summoned his assistant saying, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you," marked the beginning of a new era in human interaction. The telephone's impact on global communication cannot be overstated. It rapidly evolved from a novel technology to a critical infrastructure, reshaping personal, business, and governmental communication. The ability to instantly converse with someone across town or across the country profoundly affected commerce and industry, streamlining operations and fostering economic growth. It also had a profound social impact, connecting families and communities and shrinking the perceived size of the world. Moreover, the telephone set the stage for future technological advancements, laying the foundation for modern communication networks and the subsequent evolution of mobile phones and the internet. As we reflect on the invention of the telephone, we appreciate how this simple idea of transmitting the human voice has resonated through time, revolutionizing our ability to connect with each other and shaping the very fabric of modern society. The echoes of Bell's groundbreaking work continue to influence the way we interact and communicate today, illustrating the enduring power of innovation to transform human experience. The start of World War I, often referred to as the Great War, marks a cataclysmic moment in history that set the stage for profound changes throughout the 20th century. Imagine a Europe entangled in a complex web of alliances, nationalism, and militaristic ambitions in the early 1900s. The spark that ignited this global conflict was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary in June 1914. Yet, the underlying causes ran much deeper, rooted in a volatile mix of political tensions and rivalries among major powers. Imperial ambitions fueled competition for colonies, while a burgeoning arms race heightened suspicions and readiness for conflict. The intricate alliance system, designed to maintain a balance of power, instead acted as a domino effect, drawing nation after nation into a full-scale war. As Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia, alliances activated, pulling Germany, Russia, France, and eventually Britain into the fray. What unfolded was a war of unprecedented scale and devastation, with trench warfare symbolizing the grueling stalemate that defined much of the Western Front. The technological advancements in weaponry, like machine guns and tanks, led to unimaginable destruction and loss of life, marking a grim chapter in human history. Yet, the impact of World War I extended beyond the battlefield. It led to significant political upheaval with the fall of empires like the Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, Russian, and German, reshaping borders and reshuffling power dynamics globally. Economically and socially, the war left deep scars as nations grappled with the cost of both human life and financial burdens. The war's conclusion with the Treaty of Versailles in 1919 attempted to establish peace but planted seeds of discontent that would later contribute to World War II. As we analyze the start of World War I, we recognize it as a critical juncture that altered global politics, economies, and societies, offering profound lessons in the complexities of alliances, the consequences of unchecked nationalism, and the enduring quest for lasting peace. The Russian Revolution represents a turning point in the history of Russia, as it dismantled centuries of imperial rule and led to the rise of the Soviet Union. Imagine a vast country in the early 20th century, burdened by social inequality, economic struggles, and political repression under the autocratic Tsarist regime. Discontent simmered among peasants, workers, and soldiers who faced harsh living conditions and limited rights. As World War I intensified these hardships, calls for change grew louder, culminating in the February Revolution of 1917. This uprising forced Tsar Nicholas II to abdicate, ending centuries of Romanov rule and leading to the establishment of a provisional government. Yet, this interim government struggled to address the pressing needs of the people, as it failed to withdraw from the unpopular war or resolve demands for land reform. Amidst growing unrest, the Bolsheviks, a revolutionary socialist faction led by Vladimir Lenin, seized the moment. Under the leadership of Lenin, the Bolsheviks advocated for peace, land, and bread, resonating with the war-weary and impoverished populace. Through skillful organization and a focus on the struggles of ordinary people, Lenin and his supporters orchestrated the October Revolution later that year, toppling the provisional government and establishing Bolshevik control. This marked the beginning of communist rule and the creation of the Soviet Union. Lenin's rise to power led to significant changes, including the withdrawal from World War I through the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and the redistribution of land among peasants. Despite internal opposition and civil war, the Bolsheviks solidified their control, laying the foundation for the Soviet state. The impact of the Russian Revolution extended far beyond Russia, as it inspired communist movements worldwide and reshaped the global political landscape. As we examine the Russian Revolution, we uncover a complex narrative of transformation, revealing how the quest for equality and justice drove a nation to redefine itself and influence the course of world history. The echoes of this revolution continue to be felt, reminding us of the profound power of societal change and the enduring impact of visionary leadership in shaping the world. The Great Depression stands as a profound economic collapse that left an indelible mark on the 1930s and beyond. Imagine a world where optimism had soared after the booming 1920s, only to be shattered by a devastating financial crash. This catastrophic downturn began in October 1929 with the infamous stock market crash, often referred to as Black Tuesday, when panic selling wiped out fortunes and shattered confidence. The repercussions rippled through the global economy, leading to widespread unemployment and poverty. Factories closed, banks failed, and millions found themselves jobless and struggling to provide for their families. The social fabric of communities was strained as hard times forced people to find new ways to survive. In the United States, President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal became a beacon of hope as the government stepped in to provide relief and create jobs through ambitious public works programs. This period also saw significant regulatory changes aimed at stabilizing financial systems and protecting against future downturns. Beyond America, the Great Depression had a domino effect, influencing nations worldwide and contributing to political and social upheavals. Many countries experienced shifts in government and policy as they grappled with the dire economic conditions. As we explore the Great Depression, we uncover how this tumultuous era not only reshaped economic thought, but also highlighted the interconnectedness of global markets and the need for resilient structures to support growth and stability. The lessons learned from the Great Depression continue to resonate, reminding us of the importance of economic foresight and adaptability in navigating the complexities of modern economies. The rise of fascism in Europe represents a dark and complex chapter in history, offering a glimpse into the volatile dynamics that led to World War II. Imagine a continent reeling from the aftermath of World War I, where economic instability and social upheaval created fertile ground for radical ideologies. In the early 20th century, disillusionment with traditional political structures and a longing for national rejuvenation fueled the emergence of fascist movements, most notably in Italy and Germany. In Italy, Benito Mussolini's charismatic leadership and promises of a restored Roman glory resonated with those yearning for stability and pride. His establishment of a totalitarian regime in the 1920s focused on centralizing power, suppressing dissent, and promoting aggressive nationalism. Across the border, Germany witnessed the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, driven by a toxic blend of ultranationalism, racism, and authoritarianism. The dire economic conditions of the Great Depression compounded the societal tensions, enabling Hitler's ascent to power in 1933. Once in control, the Nazis swiftly dismantled democratic institutions, implemented oppressive policies, and pursued militaristic expansion. Fascism's allure lay in its ability to galvanize the populace by exploiting fears and grievances, presenting itself as a decisive force against perceived threats and chaos. The fascist ideology emphasized the supremacy of the state, often glorifying violence and war as means of achieving national greatness. However, this aggressive stance sowed the seeds of conflict as fascist ambitions led to territorial expansion and ultimately ignited World War II. The rise of fascism underscores the perilous path that unchecked power and extremist rhetoric can carve, highlighting the necessity of vigilance and the protection of democratic values. As we examine this period, we grasp the profound impact that political ideologies can have in shaping the course of nations and the enduring importance of remembering history's lessons to guard against repeating its darkest moments. World War II stands as a colossal conflict that reshaped the global landscape, marked by a series of pivotal battles and influential leaders. Imagine a world engulfed in a war that spanned continents, challenging the very fabric of nations. The conflict ignited in 1939 when Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland, prompting Britain and France to declare war. This invasion marked the beginning of a global struggle that would see battles fought on land, sea, and air, involving major powers across the world. Key battles such as the Battle of Stalingrad proved to be turning points, where the Soviet Union managed a heroic defense that ultimately turned the tide against the Axis powers. Another crucial engagement, the Battle of Midway, saw the United States Navy deliver a decisive blow to the Japanese fleet, shifting the momentum in the Pacific theater. Leaders like Winston Churchill, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Joseph Stalin played crucial roles in strategizing and leading the Allied efforts. Churchill's defiant speeches inspired resilience among the British, while Roosevelt's leadership bolstered American production and military prowess. Stalin's determination ensured the Soviet Union's relentless push against German forces, contributing significantly to the Allied victory. The war also witnessed the emergence of significant military leaders such as General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who orchestrated the successful D-Day invasion that marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe. As the war drew to a close, the world witnessed the horror of the Holocaust and the immense human cost of conflict. The eventual outcome of World War II reshaped global politics, leading to the downfall of the Axis powers and the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. The United Nations was established in the aftermath, aiming to prevent future global conflicts, while the geopolitical landscape gave way to the Cold War's ideological standoff. As we reflect on the impact of World War II, we acknowledge its profound influence on shaping modern international relations, the pursuit of peace, and the recognition of the need for global cooperation to address shared challenges. This pivotal event underscores the enduring human quest for stability and harmony in a world once torn by the ravages of war. The Holocaust stands as one of the darkest chapters in human history, a grim reminder of the depths of cruelty and injustice that humanity can reach. Imagine a world engulfed in the chaos of World War II, where amidst the conflict, a systematic and ruthless genocide was perpetrated against the Jewish people and other targeted groups. The Holocaust, orchestrated by Nazi Germany under Adolf Hitler's regime, led to the extermination of 6 million Jews, along with millions of others including Romani people, disabled individuals, Poles, Soviet prisoners of war, and countless others deemed undesirable by the Nazis. This atrocity was rooted in a warped ideology of racial purity and an unfounded belief in Aryan supremacy, which fueled a campaign of dehumanization and brutality. The process of genocide began with the enactment of discriminatory laws, isolating Jewish communities socially and economically. As the war progressed, this segregation intensified into the establishment of ghettos, where Jews were forcibly confined under appalling conditions. These ghettos served as precursors to the horrific deportations to concentration camps and extermination camps such as Auschwitz, Treblinka, and Sobibor. In these camps, industrialized murder was conducted on an unimaginable scale, with gas chambers and mass shootings employed to execute the innocent. Beyond the staggering loss of life, the Holocaust scarred humanity with memories of unimaginable suffering and moral failure. It exposed the world to the dangers of unchecked hatred and prejudice, underlining the crucial need for vigilance against any form of bigotry. The atrocities of the Holocaust prompted a global reckoning, leading to the creation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the Genocide Convention, aiming to prevent future atrocities and protect human dignity. As we examine the Holocaust, we confront the harrowing lessons it imparts, urging us to remember the victims and survivors, and to honor their resilience by fostering a world committed to remembrance, education, and the prevention of such horrors. The legacy of the Holocaust challenges us to reflect on the past and take conscious actions towards a future marked by empathy, understanding, and justice for all. The formation of the United Nations represents a pivotal moment in the pursuit of global peace and cooperation, emerging from the ashes of World War II. Imagine a world in 1945, weary from the ravages of conflict and yearning for a path to lasting peace. Leaders from 51 countries gathered in San Francisco with a shared vision to establish an international organization dedicated to preventing future wars and fostering collaboration across nations. The United Nations Charter, signed in June 1945, laid the foundation for this ambitious endeavor, outlining goals of maintaining international peace and security, promoting social progress, and ensuring human rights. At its heart, the United Nations was conceived as a forum where countries could engage in dialogue, resolve conflicts through diplomacy, and work collectively on global issues. The structure of the UN, with its 6 principal organs, including the Security Council, General Assembly, and International Court of Justice, was designed to facilitate global cooperation and decision-making. Central to its mission is the Security Council, tasked with maintaining peace and security, with the power to authorize peacekeeping operations and impose sanctions. The General Assembly, where all member states have equal representation, serves as a vital platform for discussing international concerns and fostering consensus. Beyond its peacekeeping role, the UN addresses a wide array of challenges, from humanitarian aid and sustainable development to health crises and climate change, through specialized agencies like UNICEF, WHO, and UNESCO. Over the decades, the UN has been instrumental in resolving conflicts, protecting human rights, and providing aid in times of crisis, showcasing the power of collective action. As we delve into the formation of the United Nations, we recognize its enduring commitment to building a more peaceful, just, and prosperous world. The UN continues to evolve, adapting to the complexities of an interconnected globe, embodying the aspiration for a world where nations work together in harmony, echoing the hopes of its founders for a future free from the scourge of war. The Cold War emerges as a tense period of geopolitical rivalry that spanned several decades, fundamentally shaping global dynamics. Imagine a world teetering on the edge of conflict, where ideological differences between the United States and the Soviet Union cast a long shadow over international relations. Following the end of World War II, these superpowers found themselves at odds, representing opposing ideals of capitalism and communism. The Cold War was characterized not by direct military combat, but by a series of strategic maneuvers, espionage, and proxy wars, as both nations sought to extend their influence across the globe. This era witnessed a dramatic arms race, with both sides amassing nuclear weapons, creating a precarious balance of power known as mutually assured destruction. Events such as the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962 brought the world perilously close to the brink of nuclear war, highlighting the high stakes of this rivalry. Beyond military competition, the Cold War played out in various arenas, from the space race, where the Soviet Union's launch of Sputnik spurred the United States to land a man on the moon, to cultural exchanges and diplomatic efforts. The division was also physically manifested through the Berlin Wall, a stark symbol of the ideological divide that separated East and West Germany. As the Cold War persisted, it influenced conflicts worldwide, from Korea to Vietnam, as each superpower backed opposing sides in regional disputes. Yet, amidst the tensions, channels of communication and diplomacy gradually emerged, such as the establishment of the United Nations and nuclear arms control treaties. The eventual dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked the Cold War's end, reshaping global alliances and paving the way for new challenges and opportunities. As we explore the Cold War, we uncover its lasting impact on international relations, technological innovation, and the delicate balance of power that continues to influence the global stage today. This enduring chapter in history reminds us of the complexities of ideological conflict and the enduring human pursuit of peace and stability in a world once divided by deep-seated tensions. The civil rights movement stands as a pivotal chapter in the United States' quest for racial equality and social justice, marked by courageous individuals and transformative milestones. Imagine a time in the mid-20th century when systemic discrimination and segregation laws marginalized African Americans, denying them fundamental rights and opportunities. Amidst this climate of injustice, a grassroots movement emerged, driven by a relentless pursuit of dignity and equality. Key figures such as Martin Luther King Jr. became symbols of hope and resilience, advocating for nonviolent resistance and the power of love to overcome hate. His iconic "I Have a Dream" speech during the 1963 March on Washington inspired generations with its vision of a just society where individuals are judged by their character rather than their skin color. Another pivotal leader, Rosa Parks, ignited a wave of change with her brave refusal to give up her bus seat in Montgomery, Alabama, in 1955, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott that became a symbol of peaceful protest and collective action. The Freedom Riders, a group of interracial activists, challenged segregation in interstate travel, enduring violence and arrest to advance the cause of equality. The civil rights movement also achieved significant legislative victories, such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which dismantled legal segregation and protected voting rights for African Americans. These landmark pieces of legislation reflected the tireless efforts and sacrifices of countless activists, both known and unsung, who marched, protested, and organized to demand justice and equality. As we delve into the civil rights movement, we uncover not only a struggle against systemic injustice, but also a testament to the enduring power of collective action and moral courage. This transformative era in American history continues to inspire global movements for social justice, highlighting the universal quest for a world where every individual's dignity and rights are respected and upheld. The moon landing represents a monumental achievement in human history, marking the moment when humanity first set foot on another celestial body. Imagine a world in 1969, captivated by the excitement and possibilities of space exploration, where the dreams of reaching beyond our planet were about to become a reality. The Apollo 11 mission, a daring undertaking by NASA, stands at the pinnacle of the space race, symbolizing the triumph of human ingenuity and determination. On July 20, astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin descended onto the moon's surface, while Michael Collins remained in lunar orbit. As Armstrong took his historic first step, he uttered the now famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," encapsulating the profound significance of the moment. This achievement was not just about the technological marvels. It was a testament to the collective effort and dedication of thousands of scientists, engineers, and visionaries who made this mission possible. The moon landing represented the culmination of years of innovation, trials, and perseverance, demonstrating what humanity could achieve when united in purpose. Beyond the immediate scientific and geopolitical triumph, the Apollo 11 mission expanded our understanding of the moon, bringing back valuable data and samples that continue to inform studies today. It also inspired generations to look skyward, fostering a renewed interest in science and exploration. The moon landing showed us the vast potential within the human spirit to explore, innovate, and reach for the stars. As we reflect on this defining moment, we recognize its enduring legacy in encouraging both current and future endeavors in space exploration, and its role in shaping our vision of what lies beyond our earthly bounds. The echoes of that first lunar step continue to inspire, reminding us of the boundless possibilities when courageous visions are pursued with unwavering resolve. The fall of the Berlin Wall stands as a defining moment in recent history, symbolizing the end of the Cold War and the reunification of Germany. Imagine a nation divided by both physical and ideological barriers for nearly 3 decades, where the wall, erected in 1961, separated East and West Berlin, becoming a symbol of the stark divide between communist East and capitalist West. The events leading to its fall in 1989 unfolded amidst a backdrop of mounting political and social change. In the late 1980s, Eastern Europe witnessed a wave of revolutionary movements, driven by widespread dissatisfaction with oppressive regimes and a yearning for freedom and reform. Leaders like Mikhail Gorbachev, with his policies of glasnost and perestroika, encouraged openness and restructuring, inadvertently sparking change across the Eastern Bloc. As people in East Germany grew bolder in their demand for political freedom and economic improvement, mass protests began to intensify, culminating in huge demonstrations in cities like Leipzig, where citizens gathered in the hundreds of thousands to peacefully demand change. The pressure on East German leadership mounted until it became unsustainable. On November 9, 1989, a miscommunication during a press conference led to the announcement that East Germans could freely cross into West Berlin, setting off a joyous surge of people heading to the wall. Citizens from both sides wielded hammers and chisels, physically dismantling the wall that had divided them for so long. This spontaneous celebration of unity marked the beginning of the end for the Cold War, as the fall of the Berlin Wall paved the way for German reunification less than a year later on October 3, 1990. It also signaled a broader shift towards democracy and freedom throughout Eastern Europe. As the wall came down, its impact resonated globally, marking the collapse of communist regimes across the region and remapping the geopolitical landscape. The fall of the Berlin Wall serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring quest for freedom and unity, illustrating how the collective will of individuals can bring about transformative change and offering hope for peace and reconciliation in a post-Cold War world. The Internet revolution represents a transformative era that redefined the way we communicate, conduct commerce, and interact with the world around us. Imagine a time in the late 20th century when the groundwork was laid for a global network of interconnected computers, a vision that would ultimately lead to the creation of the Internet. It all began with the development of ARPANET in the 1960s, a project by the United States Department of Defense aimed at enabling communication between different research organizations. This revolutionary concept of linking computers evolved over the years, culminating in the Internet as we know it today. By the early 1990s, with the advent of the World Wide Web, the Internet began to reshape society in unprecedented ways. The ability to exchange information instantly across vast distances changed the landscape of communication, allowing individuals to connect and share ideas like never before. Think about the impact on commerce, where businesses could reach global markets with a few clicks, revolutionizing the way goods and services were bought and sold. E-commerce platforms emerged, offering convenience and efficiency, leading to a boom in online shopping that continues to grow. The Internet also became a hub for social interaction, giving rise to social media platforms that transformed how we build and maintain relationships. From the way we access news to how we entertain ourselves, the Internet has permeated nearly every aspect of daily life, creating new opportunities for learning and collaboration, but also presenting challenges like privacy concerns and information overload. As we reflect on the Internet revolution, we recognize its profound influence in shaping a world where knowledge is more accessible, communication is borderless, and innovation thrives. It underscores the boundless possibilities that technology can offer, inspiring us to explore its potential while being mindful of the responsibilities it entails. The Internet continues to evolve, shaping the future of society in ways we can only begin to imagine, echoing the endless quest for connection and understanding. The September 11 attacks represent a seismic moment in modern history, profoundly altering global security and international relations. Imagine a clear September morning in 2001, when the world watched in shock as coordinated terrorist attacks unfolded on American soil. 4 commercial airliners were hijacked by the extremist group Al-Qaeda, with 2 crashing into the iconic Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, one hitting the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and another, United Flight 93, crashing into a field in Pennsylvania after passengers bravely intervened. The immediate aftermath was one of grief and devastation, as nearly 3,000 lives were lost, marking it as one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in history. The impact of September 11 extended far beyond the tragic loss of life. It triggered a fundamental reassessment of global security strategies and priorities. In response, the United States launched the War on Terror, which led to the invasions of Afghanistan in pursuit of Al-Qaeda leaders and Iraq amid fears of weapons of mass destruction. These military actions reshaped geopolitical alliances and stirred debates on international law, ethics of intervention, and state sovereignty. The attacks also led to sweeping changes in domestic and international security policies, spurring the creation of the Department of Homeland Security and the introduction of stricter regulations and surveillance measures aimed at preventing future threats. Moreover, the attacks elevated the threat of terrorism as a central concern, prompting countries worldwide to collaborate more closely on intelligence sharing and counterterrorism efforts. The societal impact was equally profound as perceptions of security were permanently altered, leading to changes in air travel protocols, public safety measures, and heightened awareness of global interconnectedness. As we analyze the September 11 attacks, we recognize the far-reaching consequences they had in shaping the 21st century security landscape and international relations. This pivotal event underscores the vital need for vigilance, dialogue, and cooperation in addressing the complex challenges of global security, reminding us of the enduring impact that moments of crisis can have on our collective path forward. The Arab Spring represents a watershed moment in modern history, marked by a wave of protests and uprisings that swept across the Middle East and North Africa starting in late 2010. Imagine a region long characterized by autocratic rule and socio-economic challenges, suddenly gripped by a surge of collective determination for change. The spark was ignited in Tunisia when Mohamed Bouazizi, a street vendor, self-immolated in protest against government oppression. This act of desperation resonated deeply, igniting widespread protests that led to the ousting of Tunisian President Zine El Abidine Ben Ali in January 2011. As news of Tunisia's success spread, a domino effect ensued, with citizens across the Arab world emboldened to demand similar reforms. Major protests erupted in countries like Egypt, Libya, Syria, and Yemen, with demonstrators calling for political freedoms, economic opportunities, and an end to corruption. Egypt's Tahrir Square became a focal point of resistance, where massive crowds gathered, leading to the resignation of President Hosni Mubarak after decades in power. In Libya, the protests evolved into a full-scale civil conflict, culminating in the fall of Muammar Gaddafi's regime. These movements were fueled by a combination of factors, including high youth unemployment, rising food prices, and a growing awareness of social injustices facilitated by social media. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter played a crucial role in organizing protests and rallying support, allowing citizens to bypass traditional state-controlled media. However, the outcomes of the Arab Spring were varied and complex. While some nations made strides toward democratic governance, others descended into protracted conflicts and authoritarian resilience. In Syria, the uprising morphed into a devastating civil war that continues to this day, highlighting the unpredictable nature of such movements. As we explore the Arab Spring, we uncover not only the fervent hope for transformation, but also the myriad challenges and setbacks faced by those seeking change. This period serves as a poignant reminder of the power of collective action and the enduring struggle for dignity and justice in the face of entrenched power structures. The legacy of the Arab Spring continues to shape the geopolitical landscape, offering valuable lessons in the complexities of political change and the resilience of the human spirit in the pursuit of freedom. The global financial crisis of 2008 stands as one of the defining economic upheavals of the 21st century, laying bare vulnerabilities in the global financial system. Imagine a world where economic prosperity seemed endless, yet beneath the surface, a complex web of financial practices was quietly sowing the seeds of disaster. It all began with the housing bubble in the United States, driven by a surge in subprime mortgage lending, where loans were granted to high-risk borrowers. These mortgages were bundled into complex financial instruments known as mortgage-backed securities and sold to investors worldwide, fueling a cycle of speculative investment. The assumption was that housing prices would continue to rise indefinitely, masking the growing risk. However, as interest rates climbed and borrowers failed to meet their payments, the bubble burst, leading to widespread mortgage defaults. The collapse of major financial institutions such as Lehman Brothers sent shockwaves through global markets, eroding trust and freezing credit lines. The crisis led to a drastic contraction in consumer spending and business investment, triggering a global recession. The effects were profound as millions lost their jobs and homes, with economies around the world grappling with spiraling unemployment and declining output. Governments and central banks intervened with unprecedented measures, injecting capital into financial systems and enacting stimulus packages to stabilize economies. This period of turmoil highlighted the interconnectedness of global markets and the need for regulatory reform to prevent future crises. As we examine the global financial crisis of 2008, we recognize its far-reaching impact on financial regulations and economic policies, driving a renewed focus on transparency and risk management in the financial sector. This pivotal event serves as a cautionary tale of the perils of unchecked financial practices and the importance of vigilance in safeguarding economic stability. The rise of renewable energy marks a significant turning point in our understanding of sustainable development and environmental stewardship. Imagine a world increasingly aware of the finite nature of fossil fuels and the pressing need to address climate change. As concerns about carbon emissions and environmental degradation grew, the pursuit of cleaner, more sustainable energy sources gained momentum. This shift began in earnest during the late 20th century, as technological advancements made harnessing energy from natural resources more feasible. Solar power emerged as a key player, with photovoltaic cells converting sunlight into electricity with increasing efficiency. Countries around the globe embraced solar farms, which now dot landscapes from deserts to urban rooftops, producing clean energy and reducing reliance on traditional power sources. Wind energy also soared to prominence, capitalizing on the ability to capture kinetic energy from the wind using turbines. These towering structures have become a familiar sight on hilltops and coastlines, generating significant electricity capacity and contributing to the diversification of energy supply. The development of advanced batteries and storage solutions further bolstered the viability of renewables, allowing energy produced during peak times to be stored and used when demand is high or when natural conditions are less favorable. This technological innovation addressed one of the main challenges of renewable energy, its variability, and facilitated more consistent and reliable power supply. As energy policy increasingly prioritized sustainability, investment in renewable technologies flourished, driven by both environmental goals and the economic potential of creating green jobs and industries. Government incentives and international agreements like the Paris Agreement underscored commitments to transition toward low-carbon economies. The rise of renewable energy highlights our capacity for innovation and adaptation, offering a pathway to mitigate climate change, reduce pollution, and promote energy security. As we harness the natural forces of the sun, wind, and water, we move closer to a future where energy systems align with ecological principles, ensuring that our planet can sustain future generations. This ongoing transition to renewable energy sources not only reflects our growing environmental consciousness, but also embodies the enduring human spirit of ingenuity in overcoming challenges and embracing new possibilities. The COVID-19 pandemic marks an unprecedented global health crisis that has fundamentally reshaped our world in countless ways. Imagine a world in late 2019, suddenly gripped by an invisible enemy, as a novel coronavirus rapidly spread from Wuhan, China, to every corner of the globe. The speed and scale of transmission created a sense of urgency and uncertainty, as healthcare systems worldwide grappled with surges in cases and the need for critical care. Hospitals and medical staff faced immense pressure, working tirelessly to save lives amidst shortages of personal protective equipment and ventilators. This pandemic has brought to light both the strengths and vulnerabilities of our healthcare systems, prompting innovations in telemedicine and vaccine development. The rapid creation and distribution of COVID-19 vaccines stand as a remarkable scientific achievement, showcasing international collaboration and the power of modern science. Economically, the impact has been profound. Lockdowns and restrictions led to significant disruptions, affecting industries from travel to hospitality and causing widespread job losses. Governments responded with unprecedented fiscal measures to stabilize economies and support those in need. Yet, the pandemic also accelerated digital transformation as remote work and online services became the norm, reshaping the future of work and commerce. In daily life, the social fabric has been tested in ways never seen before. Physical distancing and isolation became new realities, altering how we connect with loved ones and communities. The pandemic fostered resilience and adaptability as people sought new ways to maintain social bonds and support one another. It has also highlighted the importance of mental health as the psychological toll of the pandemic has become increasingly apparent. As we examine the COVID-19 pandemic, we recognize its sweeping impact, prompting a re-evaluation of public health priorities and an understanding of our interconnectedness in a globalized world. This historic event underscores the importance of preparedness and international cooperation in facing shared challenges, reminding us of our collective responsibility to protect the health and well-being of all. The lessons learned continue to guide us as we navigate the complexities of a post-pandemic world, focusing on recovery, resilience, and the hope for a healthier future. The Black Lives Matter movement unfolds as a powerful campaign advocating for racial justice and equality, igniting a global conversation on systemic racism and police brutality. Imagine a world where deep-rooted injustices and discrimination persist, prompting a collective awakening and demand for transformative change. The movement's origins trace back to 2013, following the acquittal of George Zimmerman in the shooting death of Trayvon Martin, an unarmed black teenager in Florida. This verdict sparked outrage and disillusionment, leading to the birth of the Black Lives Matter hashtag, coined by activists Alicia Garza, Patrice Cullors, and Opal Tomti. Their message called for an end to the devaluation of Black lives, resonating with a growing awareness of racial disparities in law enforcement and justice systems. As the movement gained momentum, key events such as the 2014 protests in Ferguson, Missouri, after the police shooting of Michael Brown, a black teenager, brought national attention to issues of police violence and accountability. These demonstrations highlighted the urgency of addressing systematic oppression and galvanized a diverse coalition advocating for comprehensive reform. The tragic death of George Floyd in May 2020, captured in a harrowing video, became a catalyst for widespread protests worldwide. People from all walks of life took to the streets, demanding justice and systemic change, while declaring Black Lives Matter as a rallying cry for equality. This renewed surge of activism extended beyond borders, sparking discussions on racism and inequality in countries across Europe, Africa, Asia, and beyond. The movement's fight for racial justice encompasses broader aims, focusing on dismantling systemic racism, advocating for policy changes, and fostering community empowerment. Efforts extend to addressing educational disparities, economic inequality, and the need for restorative justice practices. Black Lives Matter continues to inspire ongoing dialogue and grassroots initiatives, emphasizing the importance of sustained action and collective responsibility in building an equitable future. As we explore the Black Lives Matter movement, we recognize its crucial role in shaping conversations on race and justice, reminding us of the power of voices united in the pursuit of a just and inclusive world. The movement urges us to confront uncomfortable truths and work towards meaningful change, reflecting the enduring struggle for civil rights and equity in our societies today. The Me Too movement emerges as a profound rallying cry against sexual harassment and gender inequality, catalyzing a global awakening that has reshaped societal norms. Imagine a world where voices once silenced by fear and stigma find the strength to rise, demanding accountability and change. The movement gained significant momentum in 2017, following allegations against high-profile figures in the entertainment industry. These revelations underscored the pervasive nature of harassment, leading individuals from all walks of life to share their experiences under the hashtag #MeToo. Originally coined by activist Tarana Burke in 2006 to support survivors of sexual violence, the phrase became a symbol of solidarity and empowerment, resonating with millions worldwide. As stories flooded social media, the Me Too movement shattered the silence surrounding misconduct in workplaces and beyond, spurring critical conversations about power dynamics and gender inequality. This collective outpouring of courage challenged entrenched systems, prompting industries to reevaluate policies and practices to ensure safer environments. In addition to raising awareness, the movement has driven concrete changes, leading to increased accountability for perpetrators and the implementation of harassment prevention measures. Legal and organizational reforms have emerged, emphasizing the importance of transparency, reporting mechanisms, and support for survivors. Moreover, Me Too has amplified discussions on intersectionality, recognizing the unique experiences of marginalized groups and the need for inclusive approaches to addressing harassment. As society grapples with these issues, the movement continues to inspire action and advocacy, fostering a culture of respect and equality. As we explore the Me Too movement, we acknowledge its transformative impact in challenging societal norms and promoting a safer, more equitable world. It serves as a powerful reminder of the strength found in unity and the enduring quest for dignity and justice in the face of systemic injustices. The advancement in artificial intelligence represents a transformative leap in technology, reshaping how we interact with machines and the world around us. Imagine a realm where computers not only process information but also learn and adapt, performing tasks that once seemed solely within the domain of human capability. This evolution began in earnest during the mid-20th century, spurred by advancements in computing power and a deeper understanding of how algorithms can mimic intelligent behavior. The progress in AI has been nothing short of astounding, with machine learning and neural networks leading the charge in enabling systems to analyze data, recognize patterns, and make informed decisions. These technologies power everything from voice assistants that understand spoken language to autonomous vehicles navigating complex environments. The applications of AI are vast and varied, impacting fields like healthcare, finance, entertainment, and more. In medicine, AI aids in diagnosing diseases and personalizing treatment plans, revolutionizing patient care and outcomes. In business, it optimizes operations and predicts market trends, offering strategic insights that drive innovation and growth. However, alongside these remarkable achievements come profound ethical considerations. The rise of AI poses questions about privacy, bias, and the implications of machines making decisions traditionally reserved for humans. The potential for data breaches and misuse of AI technology raises concerns about security and trust, prompting discussions on safeguarding personal information. Moreover, the presence of bias in AI systems stemming from biased data inputs underscores the importance of fairness and accountability in algorithmic decision-making. As AI continues to advance, the challenge lies in ensuring that these technologies serve humanity's best interests, enhancing our lives while upholding ethical standards. The conversation around AI ethics is crucial, encompassing the need for transparency, regulation, and the consideration of social impact. As we explore the advancement in artificial intelligence, we recognize its dual role as a powerful tool for progress and a complex puzzle demanding thoughtful stewardship. This journey into the world of AI reflects our ongoing pursuit of innovation and the responsibility we bear in shaping a future where technology aligns with our values and aspirations, underscoring the enduring dialogue between human creativity and technological advancement. Climate change and global initiatives represent a critical and ongoing chapter in our collective effort to safeguard our planet's future. Imagine a world where rising temperatures, unpredictable weather patterns, and melting ice caps pose significant challenges to ecosystems and communities worldwide. This reality has sparked a global response, with countries, scientists, and activists uniting to address the urgent need for climate action. At the heart of these initiatives lies the recognition that climate change knows no borders and requires a cooperative approach across nations. Landmark agreements like the Paris Agreement, adopted in 2015, exemplify this collective commitment, as nearly 200 countries pledge to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. The agreement reflects a shared understanding of the importance of reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources. However, achieving these goals presents significant challenges. The reliance on fossil fuels, the backbone of many economies, poses a hurdle in reducing carbon emissions, necessitating a shift towards cleaner energy solutions. This transition requires both technological innovation and substantial investment in sustainable infrastructure. Moreover, climate change impacts vulnerable communities the hardest, exacerbating inequalities and threatening livelihoods. Addressing this requires robust adaptation strategies and international support to build resilience against climate-related disruptions. Initiatives like reforestation, sustainable agriculture, and conservation efforts play a crucial role in mitigating the effects of climate change while promoting biodiversity. Grassroots movements and young activists have been instrumental in raising awareness and demanding action, emphasizing the urgency of protecting our planet for future generations. As we delve into the complexities of climate change and global initiatives, we recognize that this is a defining moment in history where the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. The path forward requires bold leadership, innovative solutions, and a unified commitment to preserving the delicate balance of our Earth's climate, ensuring a sustainable and prosperous future for all. This ongoing endeavor underscores the shared responsibility and collective potential to create meaningful change, and echoes the enduring human spirit of resilience and stewardship towards our planet. The exploration of space and our quest to reach Mars represents one of humanity's most ambitious endeavors, pushing the boundaries of science and imagination. Imagine a world captivated by the mysteries of the universe, where the red planet Mars beckons with the promise of answers to questions about life beyond Earth and the origins of our solar system. This journey began in earnest with the advent of robotic missions, paving the way for human exploration. With missions like NASA Viking landers in the 1970s and the more recent Mars rovers such as Curiosity and Perseverance, we have been able to gather invaluable data about the Martian surface, climate, and geology. These robotic explorers have uncovered evidence suggesting that Mars once had conditions suitable for life, including signs of ancient rivers and lakes, igniting our curiosity about the planet's past. As technology advances, the vision of sending humans to Mars becomes increasingly tangible. This next giant leap in space exploration is driven by a combination of international cooperation and private sector innovation. Companies like SpaceX, led by visionaries like Elon Musk, are pioneering efforts to develop reusable rockets and spacecraft that could one day transport humans to our neighboring planet. The implications of reaching Mars extend far beyond exploration. Establishing a human presence on Mars offers opportunities for scientific breakthroughs, resource utilization, and the potential for a multi-planetary existence, safeguarding humanity's future. It also serves as a catalyst for inspiring generations to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, fostering a culture of innovation and discovery. The journey to Mars echoes the timeless human spirit of exploration, driven by our innate curiosity and determination to unlock the secrets of the universe. As we delve into this ambitious quest, we are reminded of the boundless potential of human ingenuity and the profound impact that reaching the stars can have on our understanding of life and our place in the cosmos. This pursuit not only challenges our technological capabilities, but also embodies the enduring human desire to explore the unknown and expand the horizons of what is possible. The digital revolution represents a seismic shift in how we interact with technology, reshaping industries and influencing every facet of modern life. Imagine a world transformed by advancements in computing power, connectivity, and data storage, where digital technologies have permeated nearly every sector. From the way we work to the way we communicate, the impact of this revolution is profound and far-reaching. At its core, the digital revolution has ushered in an era of unprecedented innovation, driven by the rapid evolution of the internet, mobile technology, and artificial intelligence. The rise of digital communication tools has connected people across the globe, enabling instant information exchange and collaboration that transcends geographical boundaries. In industries like retail, e-commerce platforms have revolutionized how we shop, offering convenience and access to a diverse range of products and services at our fingertips. Meanwhile, the finance sector has witnessed a transformation with the advent of online banking, digital payment systems, and cryptocurrencies, redefining the concepts of currency and financial transactions. The influence of digital technology is equally evident in healthcare, where telemedicine and electronic health records streamline patient care, improve diagnosis, and enhance treatment outcomes. In education, digital learning platforms and tools have expanded access to knowledge, allowing for personalized and flexible learning experiences. Moreover, the entertainment industry has been redefined by streaming services and digital content platforms, offering audiences an endless array of choices tailored to individual preferences. However, the digital revolution also presents challenges such as data privacy concerns, cybersecurity threats, and the digital divide that limits access to technology in certain regions. Navigating these complexities requires a balanced approach, ensuring that technological advancement benefits society as a whole while addressing ethical considerations. As we explore the digital revolution, we recognize its transformative power to innovate and adapt, creating a dynamic landscape that continues to evolve. This ongoing journey reflects our capacity for creativity and progress, inspiring us to harness technology responsibly to shape a connected and sustainable future. The digital revolution not only underscores the potential of innovation to drive change, but also reminds us of the importance of inclusivity and foresight in embracing the opportunities it presents. Reflecting on the 50 pivotal events we have journeyed through, it's clear that each played a crucial role in shaping the world as we know it today. From the invention of the wheel that propelled early civilizations forward to the digital revolution reshaping the modern landscape, these events are intricately interconnected, each building upon the foundations laid by its predecessors. Consider how the rise of ancient empires influenced cultural exchanges, which in turn led to the spread of ideas that sparked movements like the Renaissance and the Enlightenment. Each chapter in history, whether marked by conflict, discovery, or innovation, contributes to the complex tapestry of human existence, reminding us that history is not just a series of isolated occurrences, but a continuous narrative threading through time. As we explore further, we see how the lessons of the past inform the present, guiding us in addressing contemporary challenges with wisdom and foresight. Recognizing the cumulative impact of these events allows us to appreciate the profound influence history holds over global dynamics today, highlighting themes of resilience, adaptation, and unity. The stories we unearthed reveal the enduring spirit of humanity to overcome adversity, innovate, and strive for a better future. Let this exploration ignite a curiosity within you to delve deeper into the chronicles of history where countless stories await discovery. Whether you are uncovering the mysteries of ancient societies or examining the revolutions that redefined nations, each exploration offers insights into the rich and varied human experience. Subscribe to our channel for more captivating historical mysteries, and don't forget to like the video and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Join us as we continue to unravel the intricate weave of history, understanding how it shapes our present and inspires new paths towards a promising future.